Hello, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Therapeutic Thursdays. And this time we have Anne with us all the way from France. And she's also in the dance movement therapy space, and she's a yoga practitioner. Um, and a very good friend of ours has connected us with her. So shout out to Akshita. And why don't you introduce yourself and what brought you to the movement and therapy space?
Hi everyone. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having here. And so I'm a dance and a yoga teacher. I began by dance, and then I just went through the yoga. I teach different styles of yoga. It can be dynamic or gentle practices. I like to mix both of them. I think it's a really good start of for the body, I guess. And yeah, I love exploring movements actually, with the breath and with the awareness. When I just dance, it's just a movement without the breath, and yoga gave me this breath, and I think it's a really important part of that. And actually, I'm really thinking about it on my classes now because I do other practices like doing it's how can I say, Japanese yoga,
Okay.
and the breath is totally different. So I'm like, okay, what is the breathing actually, and what it gives us? Yeah, I don't know
Yeah, you're making perfect sense.
if I'm clear.
Yeah.
And yeah, and for me, the movement is a language actually. It's a way to understand ourselves, to connect also with each other, you know. And yeah, that's it. I don't know how to say more.
I think yes, we understand a little bit about what you do. We understand that yoga and dance and movement is what in a totality that you do, right?
Yeah.
So, could you talk about how do you integrate movement therapy and yoga? And I heard that you do somatic practices as well, right? So,
Yeah.
how does all this come together when you work with the people, when you work with your clients?
So I'm doing a BMC, the Body Mind Centering training right now.
Mhm.
I have two models like next week actually.
Okay.
And so I began like last year, and I actually quit dancing for a long time, and BMC gave me this dance love again actually. And I think it actually body man centering embodies all the systems of our body, actually, of our body, and knowing what we feel, knowing our systems, it helps to understand ourselves and others too. And this is how, for me, it's therapy actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
I,
go ahead, Apurva.
no, I was about to say that I feel this also is a commonality between you and me, and
Mm,
because I've been dancing for a very long time,
mm,
and for a while there, I had also stopped loving dance. It had
mm,
become a job.
mm.
And
Actually, yeah.
then for me, dance movement therapy actually made me start liking dance again.
Mm,
It started making me feel confident about my body and how it looked when it moved, even though it was different from others that were around me that I was watching.
yeah.
So I think that is the common thread that sort of binds us together.
Yeah, well, it's exactly what I feel like with the BMC. I just rediscover, it exists,
Yes.
rediscover my body and others with the freeway, you know, just yeah, just the freeway, and it makes me so relief. It was a relief, actually, a relief. So yeah, thank you for this sharing.
Yes, in fact, I was just trying to paraphrase what you were talking about, right? We are complex beings and we come with our feelings, our thoughts, our opinions and judgments, and for ourselves and for the people around us. And I guess coming to a therapy space when you interact with your peers or your facilitators and mentors, it does, I think that word was right, it is very relief. You get a lot of relief that, I am not just this, I'm not limited, I have a lot more to explore. And it's okay if I'm looking this way or dancing that way, right? And that becomes therapy, not just for me as a participant of a course, but also as a therapist in the future, right? When I
Mhm.
am working with my clients, it is very useful and essential to know that I am comfortable in my space, right? I have found that peace with myself, my body, and my systems, and then only I can work with a client or a group of people that I do work with, right?
Yeah.
So just I want to find out if there are any clients also who have had similar experiences when they have come to you, or what kind of client do you work with, and what kind of movement therapy and yoga therapy that you do with them, and
So with my students, they came with so different bodies and stories too. So I try to create a safe place for them to explore freely and with no fear, actually. So I always encourage them to move with a place of sensation, I guess. With no, it is not a performance. And sometimes the most beautiful is just to be here and the stillness, and it is the hard way to get with ourselves, actually. So yeah, in my yoga class there's posters, but how the students feel the posture, the poses, yeah. And like for example in the warrior 2, and what is the warrior 2? It is just a warrior, or it can be the softness of a pose. And can we move in this pose, and what it changed the feeling of this pose, um, I I hated to be just still on the pose, and then I just felt, okay, I'm right here, but my body is still, but it can move inside it. I don't know if it's clear.
it is, it is.
It is clear in my head, but yeah. And yeah, so I just try to feel the flow, yeah, the flow inside the prana, yeah, the energy, yeah. I don't know if I answer right.
Yes, no, see, you mentioned movement is your language, right? Let's stick to that. Your body is talking, and me and Purva are nodding our heads because it is making perfect sense for us when you're saying that. And as part of our practices, Purva will be in sync with me. The culture of yoga is that, right? You stay in a still position and then you observe what's happening inside you, and then find a peaceful state or a stable state or a comfortable state, not just with your body, but get that going for your emotions, for your prana, and for your mind. That is the ultimate goal of yoga. And I don't know how it works in terms of dance for you, but as dancers in India, classical dancers in India, we achieve the same through dance also. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so for us, yoga and dance in India are not very different.
Mm-hmm.
There are, of course, elements of costume and music and rhythms that come along, but at the core of it, in India, classical dance is meant to train you to be that, be in sync with your body, your mind, your emotions. So that is how we work with dancers here. And Purva, would you like to add or would you like to say something?
Yeah, I think I really like the idea of um, sort of movement in stillness, wherein even if one is holding a yoga pose, there is a lot happening inside. So the mental movement is constantly happening. So another thing that Anne, you said that I really found was interesting was that movement is where your body is moving, but what yoga is doing is that it's adding breath to it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's adding a whole new level of sort of a same by body mind connection. So I think even that was something that really came up for me. What I would like to ask you, Anne, is um, what does somatic practice or a somatic modality mean for you in terms of actually using therapy for people?
Yeah. So yeah, it was. I say that like somatic. It's the place where I can just listen my body and just express also myself. And I think we just take the time, and the time is like we say. I don't know in English, but in French we say le temps c'est de l'argent. The time is money, and actually not. So in somatic, just take the time, and this is the most beautiful thing I learn with that, and just take the time to be here, just take the time to feel the movement and just what our body is meaning, and how it changed with my yoga before. I think it's just the mind, I guess. I've not finished my training, so uh, I'm trying to connect all things, and I'm working on that.
Okay.
but yeah, but yeah, I think with BMC classes, we can just explore ourselves with improvisation, and it's a really hard thing. When I improvised in dance, actually, I was like, oh my God, I don't know how to say, I don't know how to do it. I don't know what I'm just the movement for the movement. And with the BMC, they don't speak about dance, they speak about just movement. It's kind of dance for me. This is how I learn. But I'm not thinking about doing things. My body speaks too, and I want my student learn that, Just just the body let be and let speak for them, not thinking by the head, but thinking by the body, And then, yeah, I think it's like I said, it's a relief, you know? Yeah. And you said, Dipti, your dance, it's like a yoga, but it's for me in Europe, I don't know, or just for me, but dance in Europe, it's not really the same, like the professional dance, It's just for the movement and just for the beauty of the movement, what the body can do, and that this is how I didn't get it anymore. I had injuries and I couldn't dance as I danced. So I was like, okay, so I just can't dance. And then yoga came in. I get the process. I get the process. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, so I think it's beautiful that your dance is just, yeah, it just for the body. Yeah. Thank you for the sharing. Yeah.
No, actually, it is meant to be like that, but many dancers don't practice it. That's a
Mm,
different story. It
mm,
is it is very beautiful, but today, as you mentioned, dance has become about what one presents on the stage. Very few
mm,
people dance for themselves, and that's how me and Purva got into this to dance for ourselves, right? We were also cornered into thinking, is there more to dance? Is there more than just appearing beautiful on this stage and presenting it in front of an audience and having those perfect postures? Is there
mhm,
something beyond it? And if there is, then how do we facilitate this and how do we take
mm,
this to the people and help them experience the benefit of the beauty of being present, as you were talking, right? The beauty of enjoying your movements rather than focus on how it looks externally, right? Internally, I should be happy with what I am doing, or I should
mhm,
find peace or find answers to my questions. So that is what dance is meant to be, but it
mm.
is not that way, sadly.
Wow.
Also, I feel another reason that both Deepti and I started or joined dance movement therapy was because we wanted to use the dance, the art we have, for something other than entertainment or teaching,
Mm,
to see if there is more to it than just performance, training, teaching, learning.
mm,
And there was, and it has been very fulfilling for us to see that when we are using dance as a medium to help people feel better,
mm, mm,
it it feels like there is a higher power, uh, and we are able to sort of tap into it.
mm. Yeah.
Yes,
Wow.
that's true.
That, that's beautiful. Yeah. Hmm.
So, and what do you think? You mentioned that, right? You are still trying to connect yoga and your course that you're right now doing, and probably movement therapy. So, what do you see? Like, what do you think you're going to do in the future with whatever you're learning? How do you plan to integrate all of that into your personal practices?
I want to create workshops actually. So
Workshop is the
work.
word. Yes,
Thank you.
workshop is the word. Yes.
I want to create that to to just integrate all I learned, like so BNC, yoga and meditation too. I think three of them are just connected, and I don't want to be on in a cage. Cage, it's a hard word, but I don't have any word. But I don't want to just do yoga or just do BMC or just do meditation. I just want to create a path between the three, and yeah, in the same in the same classes we can just meditate with the movements. We can just dance with the stillness, so yeah. So yeah, I want to create kind of my own thing, and just to explore what the bodies can propose, can heal actually too. And I'm not a healer, but everybody is like we are Ah, alors je vais la faire. I need to think in French and then I can do the sentence.
Translate to English.
Yeah. So, on est nos propres guérisseurs. So we are our healer ourselves. I don't know how to say it, you know?
Self-healers, we
Yes,
heal
that,
Yeah.
yeah.
ourselves. Yes.
Each other, you know? We have the keys of our healing, and I think somebody can help, but the key is like it's them ourselves. Oh, sorry, that's so hard. Yeah. So yeah, so yeah, just to to show the keys of people actually, and they can open the door or just shut the door. Yeah, and that's it.
Yeah, I
That
guess
was such a beautiful.
agreed. Purva is here? Yeah, she's back. You're
Oh.
saying something, Purva.
No, I was just saying that it's a very beautiful thing that you said uh, about the keys.
Mm. So
Yes,
you didn't hear?
we heard. We
I did,
heard.
I did.
Oh, okay, great. So I didn't understand what you said. Sorry.
Purva, can you repeat?
Yeah.
No, I just said that the thing that you said, I found it very beautiful. I heard the whole thing.
Okay. Thank you.
No, and as Anne was mentioning, Purva, it is very hard to even understand and realize that we are all capable of healing ourselves, right? So, yeah, she was finding words hard, but I believe just to come to that state of understanding that me as a human being, I am capable of healing myself and I have that
Hmm.
power within me is a difficult reality to realize. But once you
Yeah,
reach there is when it's very beautiful. It's that
Mm,
state of
yeah,
you just fall in love with yourself all over again. Right?
yeah.
Yeah. And I think that is a very beautiful conclusion also for this entire talk and conversation that we had with Anne, right? It's a lot to do with my body, my feeling, my awareness, and my healing. It all comes down to if I am there, then it's therapeutic for me. And as a client, as a facilitator, I bring that therapeutic presence to my clients also, right?
Mm.
So, and we have a small movement ritual that we do towards the end. It is, can you sum up this session with a gesture that comes to you, or any gesture that you are currently
Okay.
feeling, presently feeling right now?
Okay. So I just gonna just take off this.
Sure.
A plastic and just get it. Thank you. Oh, no. Here.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
That was so sweet. That was so beautiful. Purva, would you
I
like
think
to?
what comes to me, yeah, what comes to me is this. It also sort of instills the feeling that even though we are separated by so many things, continents, and we are oceans apart, but so many of your experiences resonated with me. It feels like we had the same journey, at least with regards to movement and dancing and healing. So I think what comes to me is this.
Yes.
What about you, Deepti?
I completely resonate with Purva because I was feeling the same. I could feel a nice connection, right? Even though we are so different, yet there is something that binds us all together. In this platform, it is movement. In this platform, it is self-awareness. So this is what comes to me, a bond that is still there, even though we are oceans apart, right?
Thank you so much, Anne, for joining us. And we really love talking to you. And hopefully, we'll connect again very, very soon.
Thank you very much for having me. It was a really pleasure. Yeah, and a
Most
good
welcome.
Same here.
exercise actually. Yeah, thank you very much.
Yes, and yes, we hope to meet you soon and wish you all the best on your journey for your course and for your future endeavors. Okay. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Thank you
Take
so much,
care.
Anne. Bye bye.